Kitty. I am Kitty, the master of the non-existent school of the Kitty. And yes, and I have the belt to prove it, as you can see. Now, you have come here to seek the next belt in training rank, Calcat. I will bestow upon you the rank of the black belt. Eventually, you'll get one of these. For now, you will only get the next belt rank up. You have done these things, proven yourself worthy over many years, but we have not had the chance to go to the amazing Amazon.com and purchase belts for you until this year. So yes, Amazon belts. I am Calcat, a blue belt of the school of Bushido, but also Katmando, and also all the other made-up schools that I made up. Yes, there was a school long ago, but we cannot discuss it. This is a spoof. Yep, I'm a blue belt. Yeah, this is because other trials and adventures long before. You see, we're cheap, and real cheap, and so basically 7 months ago or so, went online and ordered belts and a gi. You know, like Karate Kid or something. but yeah, from the store. They were cheap. Now there is some basis in reality with this joke. That it was got. Yes, the amazing power of Amazon. So now we will bestow upon you new belt rank, according to the testing parameters. So I observed the bloggers online, who observed the other people online, about the crows. And the crows, some people said they were ravens, but they were crows. And also, there was some birds circling a dead carcass of a cat in the birds. People thought they were eagles, but they weren't. They were turkey vultures. It was also said on a blog, too, they were turkey vultures. But I did not just take the blog's word for it, I looked it up. So yes. And yes, there are lemons in the backyard, in the lemon tree, and if you hit them with a bat, the lemons fly everywhere and it smells like lemon everywhere. Yeah. So this is a testing ceremony. Yeah. So yeah. And I'm going to get another belt. Now I must explain all of the other belts you got. You received, I should say. Aha. So here we have, I open up the box here. And you have given me this white belt. This white belt was bestowed upon you in January of 2014. Given the glorious white belt rank. Of course, you had already tested at the 2 trials of Zoth at that point already. You had been on the religious retreats. You had gone to the great mountains, the great park, to the great desert, to the great hilltops. There you received belts, the equivalent of maybe green belt, because it wasn't a black belt testing, but you thought it was. No, the black belt testing must be all wet and dripping. Yes, so it goes. So yes, So this was bestowed on you after the first camping trip, technically, but we didn't have a belt then, and we got a belt later. That's what happens. So you got this belt in January of this year, when technically it should have been a year and a half ago. So. Yes, I was at a special job club for 2 years, and I was also for about a year and a half, I guess. And I was also at a church college group thing that had 2 retreats over the past 2 years. And although I'm not in there anymore, at the time I would have been considered a Bullshido Kathmandu white belt. But at the end of it, I would have been considered a green belt. Because it was 2 years later. Any other McDojo, other than my own invention, would not do that. But, yeah. So, yeah. Yes, so there was the first college retreat, the first group retreat, we were up there and training and walking and hiking mountain, and it was hot. It was like a savanna. It was hot. And so because it was hot, yeah, I couldn't walk for very far, but I turned back, and it's also there's a girl there. She couldn't walk all the way to turn around, so she was she was there, and so she turned around, and we both turned around, headed back to the end of the trail. It was a long way back, and then we waited for the van to come pick us up. Nothing more of interest happened except that test didn't work, so I was stuck being their equivalent of a white belt, even though it was not a martial arts school, so it didn't count as church group. And then there was the year later, not this summer, but last summer, where in that last summer, and I was on another one, and it was hot again, but there were more mountains and hills to climb over and over again. And my water bottle fell in the john. I lost it. And it was already half empty anyway. So I didn't have a water bottle, so I had to borrow another girl's water bottle. It was a wise decision. But I was dehydrated slightly. And then they came to this fountain at the very end of the retreat. And I was all complaining. And we came to the end of the mountain. And then I was there. So received that for honor above the Call of Duty, because you stayed with one of the members of the group in the hot sun until help arrived. Yes, very good. Okay. For an hour or so. And you did not get dehydrated that time. Now the second time, this is for this belt, the second time you went, didn't even wear this, I bet. The second time you received a belt promotion for the white, because we just kept you in the white belt for like 2 years. And you had this white, see, this is the soft one. This is a white belt. You had this whole time. Okay, there was another retreat. Now in this one, you got dehydrated because you forgot your water bottle and you acted ineptly. So, you had to borrow someone else's canteen. Then later on, you had to taste the yucky coppery water, which you didn't like. Now, you were bestowed the yellow belt in May. See here? Yes, May. And there's Calcat. Yes. And here you are. So, yeah. So, oh yeah, I had to drink the yucky water. Well, I didn't have to, but I tried it. The water out of this pump. It was all coppery. Gross. So, technically, it's been 2.5 years of bullshit. But it actually started way back in 2010 when you were on there. Yeah, and you were the other kitty. You were one of the kitties, right? Yeah. The main one. Yeah. The other 3 weren't you. So that's right. And yeah. Alright. Next we come to the that was just before the convention. But I allowed you, like no instructor would ever do, I allowed you to wear my belt and my gi to the convention. No instructor would ever do that. I let you do it because I thought it would be funny, and also would promote my non-existent school by having you have that at the convention and seeing their reactions. It was great. Also, publicity. Yes. So this belt was bestowed upon you around the same weekend as the convention, the 27th of May. May, yes. And this was your green belt at the time of the convention. It was glorious. And you knew all the forms and everything. So I could not help but have you promoted, but not too rapidly. Now, notice that I have skipped over orange. This is because I'm so cheap that I could not afford an orange belt or a red belt. That cheap. Maybe later, if you want. I'll give one to Silly Kelly. Anyway, it's wise to not know who they are. Yes, but we won't go into that. It's for fun, amusement. So yes, Blue Belt, Kathmandu, McDojo, and all that. And other forms of Taekwondo that go together. And I, the martial sportist, trained by the master. Now, all the pomp and circumstance of, yes, buying this stuff on Amazon. Yeah, because we're cheap. We forgot some of the belt rank just because we're cheap. It's not a real school anyways, make-believe. Make-believe is fun. Now, so we got on with the ceremony. You want me to take the belt off and then give it back to you, and then, or you want me to, oh, you're going to take that belt out of the box, give it to me to put on, and then take off, and then give it the brown. Okay. So I want to put that blue one on. It's symbolic, you see. So, next we come up to, let's see, come up to blue water. Blue water was given to you, Kitty, I'm Kitty, Calcat, was given to you, what does it say, July 3rd, July of 2014, after they had closed down the class with the college students, which was not ours, it was a church thing. After they'd closed that down and you were asked to leave it. Well, but you continued in the smaller group, so we gave you this belt in honor of your services for 2 years in that other group, which we're not doing martial arts or anything, but at least you were walking frequently and doing some of the forms correctly. Yes, because we're a Cracker Jack McDonald's school, McDojo Bullshito school, and we would totally do that like no other stuff. So here's this belt. Now, I want you to put this on, belt like this one, and then take it off, and then put on your new belt. Now I realize that right now you're not wearing a belt at all, and that right here you're going to put this one on. And then I'm going to say out loud a hooply hopply. And then I'm going to hand this belt to you. And then you're going to put it on. And then I'm going to hand you your new belt. What you just got. The new belt sits right here. Nice and crisp. Brown belt. Earthbender belt. Because it's the Earthbender dream you had, where you were able to cause the wormhole by moving up the ground. And because of the other dream, you escaped by deflecting the enemy to another level. So you have subconscious, distracted the enemy. Very good. You control the dream. And also because you should have your psychic powers and everything, because they all have that, and be able to deflect ammunition and bats and everything else. Just kidding about that last part. You can't do that. No, you have no ability to deflect anything other than other attacks from hands and feet. Which you had anyway. It's just almost redundant to come here. But anyway, so here, I, Kitty, will bestow upon you, Calcat, this belt. As soon as I give you this other belt. So you get how this is working? Yes. Oh yes. 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 I'm going to hand this to you. You're going to take it. You're going to put this on. And then you're going to address something about your training. And then you're going to take this belt off, put it on the side. And then I'm going to hand you the brown belt. So here he is. So put the box down. Okay. Booply booply gooply. I don't know what. All that other stuff is pomp and circumstance anyway. Just takes a belt. And you go like so, bowing and so. And I hand you the belt. Okay? Handing you the belt. The blue belt. You're going to put it on. There. I put it back on. Okay. Now I'm going to bend down again. Okay. Soft, and you give me the brown. Okay. So this is very informal, actually. Ah, the Korean national. I don't want to. I'll mess it up. It's probably good. A little rusty. Take it out. Very good. Handed you the belt. Put it on and say something. Okay. And now you are going to bow down and such. So they do it like official, and yes, and then after that we're going to set up, and then I will be giving you the brown belt for you to put on right here. I'm not going to tie the brown belt. I'm going to give you the brown belt. So yes. Take off the blue belt. No. Hand me the blue belt. It's a blue belt. Now, say the magic words. Abracadabra, Bumbacaloozle. Abracadabra, Bumbacaloozle, or whatever. I don't know what the magic words are. Maybe it's stupefy, I don't know. Maybe it's Harry Potter. Here is the brown belt, Earth. They got green earth and sunrise and water. But you don't have fire. Not yet. Red belt is very special. In fact, in some martial arts, red belt comes after first black belt. Jiu-jitsu or something. This is actually an imitation ITF rank belt. I'm not in the ITF, and I'm not making fun of you guys. I just bought this cheap imitation. So here, I'm going to hand Calcat the brown belt, earthbending belt. Because yes, Avatar is involved here. But not the M. Night Shyamalan one. That one sucked. The cartoon. And The Legend of Korra, of course. Now this brown belt is bestowed upon you, or was said to be bestowed upon you, okay, on August the 13th, 2014. Auntie's official. It is a belt of gloriousness. It is belt of circumstance and pomp. It is belt of wonderment. Make red belt next step. Yes, because it would be silly, even in a McDojo such as this imitation one, for you to be promoted to black belt like this right away. That'd be silly. Brown belt better. Sell more tickets if he's not quite a black belt yet. And has to achieve the black belt in the story. So, he's receiving the black belt. And note that this cheap-ass school, there is no red belt. Because we're too cheap. Red's expensive. So he has to get to this glorious rank here. This $25 one here. Brown belt. Hand this brown belt to you, so you're gonna put it on. Right? And tell another story. Calcat, I bestow to you as Kitiki, master and creator of the art known as Kitiki. Known as, and practitioner of bullshit dough, pet cat dough, and, yes, pet cat dough, yes. Hello Kitty dough, Transform and Rollout dough, Autobot dough, and Decepticon dough. And someone actually knows some of the words to the Korean national anthem. But so what? You know, about that. I'm not going to sing it and butcher it and get a bunch of people mad at me. So I'm not going to do that. But it is about mountains and the Rose of Sharon and patriotism. Korean patriotism. That is what it's about. So, and land. Lots of land. Thousands of acres of land. Not a Munsey. Okay, now, it's 1,000 acres. Anyway, so here is 1,000 miles. Sorry. So here is belt. This is official belt. It's a brown belt. Well, not all powerful. It's a brown belt. It's not fire. It's earth. Since you're more of an earth guy, I think Clint Cowpoke would also enjoy this belt. Yes. I'm presenting it to you on this date, even though it is a few days later. Yes. So here is brown belt. Remember the principles that I've corrupted. Okay, now, or that part where I reached over twice. Don't show that. Okay, now, reach for the other button. This round belt is for the completion of the training of the 2 classes, the end of the other group, and the completion of the Bible, the other group, even though they're not related and it's not martial arts. This is a nice crisp brown belt issued on 3 days ago, 13. So, I haven't had one of these in a long time. Wow. It's crisp, clean. Brown belt. So there's brown belt. Now I can continue the training of earthbending. Yeah, like Avatar, but not the M. Night Shyamalan. Put it on. Yes, do put it on. Bow. Yes. And so, alright then, it is done, and now, yes, this has been a belt ceremony, so to speak. Feel your devotion to the gloriousness of petting cats and finding a kitten and taking it in during BBS. Yes. And other things, I guess. We have the kitten, yes. And choosing a name for the kitten, very wise. Houdini is a good name for the kitten. Yes, you may now depart with your brown belt. Since it's silly for us to do anything else from here on in, it's brown belt. Now I'm ready to earthbend. Okay, let's change the scene. Alright. Alright. Have a good evening. I'm the Jedi Master, Sith Lord. Yes, have a good evening, and welcome to this is the Martial Sportist Show. I'm Kitty Key. Kitty Key is not Cow Cat. Kitty Key is me. Cow Cat's over there. And now we're going to see his act of this whole act. No, I shouldn't have said boring just now. Okay, how would I say? This is okay. This is a belt ceremony, but it's the most ineffective belt ceremony, the most bizarre and inept, perhaps, ever. So yeah, it's a parody, spoof. You see. Yes. So now, Calcat, where's the Kitty Key brown belt? And, yes, and, can stand up. Do that because of his. This is Calcat, and that's Kitty Key, and there you have it. This is Calcat, the martial sportist, and you're watching a sketch of a belt ceremony. Yep, probably one of the strangest belt ceremonies. I wouldn't say dullest. I would say strangest. Strangest belt ceremony ever. Because yeah, it's literally just me. I'm not schizo. It's just me. But it's funny though, because we purchased our belts from Amazon.com. This story is not endorsed by Amazon.com. Hi everybody. Belts and stuff. There's some basis in reality. Yeah. So yeah. But it was a long time ago. Yeah. And so but we don't talk about that, right? And Kathmandu, yeah. That's one of the guys on there said he was a Kathmandu instructor. A guy named Shadow Dancer. Everybody had a pseudonym though. Kitty Key is from a Hello Kitty character. One of the obscure villains. Yes, it's totally made up. As for those other people, I don't know who they are. We'll have to invent some silly, salute like meow. Catmando. Yes, I did steal that from a guy named Shadow Dancer from the internet. So yes. It's now, I'm not him though. Right? Yes. We don't do all that extra bowing stuff. It's you could do like the Godfather and then demand respect. But the place I was a long time ago was legit. I can't wear their belt though because that would be messed up. So I'm not going to do that. But yes. A parody of a belt ceremony. It's the most uninvasive belt ceremony ever. Most uninvasive, most boring, but funny. If we put it together, it'll be funny. Yes. I pick my nose. Let me stop here. Don't film this part. How do film this part? So yes. All right. Back to the story. Okay. You don't need to show the part where I turn. Yeah, I'll skip over the Korean anthem too. Uh-oh, I wiped my shirt sleeve. Oh. It's extremely informal. Yes, now. Bullshit, oh, bullshit. Oh. We're not making fun of Bushido, we're making fun of martial arts. Cracker Jack. Martial art McDojos. Yeah. And I smell a lemon too. I'll just show you that later. Let's be perhaps the thing. This is just for fun. Yeah. Just anybody curious about what the Korean national anthem translates into, I found a translation of it. Here's the Korean and then the American. Here it is in English. Until the east sea's waves are dry and mount back to sun worn away, God watch o'er our land forever, our Korea soul. Rose of Sharon, 1,000 miles of range and river land, guarded by our people ever may our Korea stand. Like that Mount Namsan, armored pine, standing on duty still, wind or frost unchanging ever be our resolute will. In autumn's arching evening sky, crystal and cloudless blue, be the radiant moon our spirit, steadfast, single, and true. With such a will and such a spirit, loyalty, heart, and hand, let us love, come grieve, come gladness, this our beloved land. Basically, that's a good translation of it. There you go.